Cuncos de Meio farm is in Silveiras, Montemoro Novo, and is given over to the exclusive large-scale farming of the Alentejo pig. This animal welfare temple was acquired in 2013 by German couple Jürgen and Cordelia Schreier, who set about centering the development of all the facilities and processes around the welfare of the animals. The passion and respect for these animals was first nurtured in Jürgen back in his native Germany, at his parents' home.
I bought 3 Alentejo pigs, 2 females and a male, and built a small pen at our home where I began to breed and treat them.
Cordelia was already in Portugal teaching at a German school. Although it was nature and animals that were her greatest passion, she also had a great interest in the architecture of farming landscapes.
I really love nature and animals. Doing a job that gives you such great pleasure makes for a good life.
Cuncos de Meio farm covers an area of 140 hectares, half of which is thickly wooded, hilly pasture. At the beginning of the project in 2013, they bought a stock of 80 animals which were split into 2 groups. One was destined for breeding, while the other was put out to pasture and fattened on acorns in the traditional way. The farm provides the conditions in which the complete life cycle of the Alentejo pig is respected. Currently, the farm has 50 females and 5 males pure-breed Alentejo boars. There are 45 individual birthing units where the sows take care of their litters in the first 8 weeks of life.
Traditionally, 2 breeding cycles per year when the sows farrow in the spring and again in early autumn produce around 600 piglets, annually at an average litter size of 7.
At the time of weaning, the piglets typically weigh between 15 and 18 kilograms. They are placed in groups of about 60 animals each and distributed among the 20 farm parks. However, it is now possible to accommodate other cycles where sows can come to parturition in summer and winter. Indeed, in 2018, the effective production doubled.
There are 2 breeding periods during the year, one in the summer around June or July, the other in the winter in December or January. So we hope, if everything goes according to expectation, the farm will produce between 1,000 and 1,200 piglets a year.
At any given time of the year, the farm holds about 1,000 Alentejo pigs at various stages of development and production. These animals are part of a system of exploitation based on the use of the surrounding natural resources. Key to success is environmental sustainability and high standards of animal welfare, which promote the sustained health of the entire ecosystem. The whole process of pig farming and the well-being of the animals has been thought through and streamlined so that throughout the lifetime of each animal, the best is provided. The shoats circulate through the various parks, which are maintained as naturally and simply as possible. Feed is delivered to them by tractor using a road which has access to all the parks.
With the tractor passing along this circular road, we can feed all the animals very easily. They associate the tractor with food and are always by the fence waiting when it arrives. We take the feed inside and they eat.
On the farm, the day starts very early for Francisco, whose job it is to feed and care for these animals on a daily basis.
We start preparing the feed for the pigs early in the morning at 8 o'clock. The feed has to be correctly divided for the different groups in different parks.
When there is insufficient natural vegetation in the parks, the feed has to be supplemented by up to a ton of boiled potatoes daily. This is another example that differentiates the production process on this farm from others.
The conditions on this farm just don't exist on many others. We have the conditions to rear the animals and for them to live healthily.
The Alentejo pigs of this German producer spend 20 months in harmony with the natural rhythm of their environment, growing at their own pace before they move on to the fattening stage. A group of 100 animals is then transferred to the Montañera for that to take effect.
The acorns start falling in October and continue to do so until February and even March. The animals move freely across the unique pasture, feeding on the acorns along with grass and other plants.
Since 2013, roughly 3,000 pigs have been fattened here in the Montañera. Cuncos de Meio farm annually fattens 500 pigs here. The plan now is to double that number by partnering with other neighbouring farms that have similar pastures where acorns are available for consumption. This phase in the process of production of these animals is crucial.
The animals put on a huge amount of weight, from 60 to 100% of their body weight. By the time they are sold, they are typically between 150 and 200 kilograms of live weight.
For the Alentejo pig, life in the Montañera is heaven on earth. Here they are free to roam and forage in peace and tranquility, feeding on nature's bounty, the fruit of the montado, the acorn.
This is an animal that can cover 10 to 12 kilometers a day in search of acorns. It will consume 10 to 11 kilograms every day, along with 2 kilograms of grass during this stage of development.
Production at the farm is geared heavily towards the export market, and Spain in particular.
A large percentage of the pigs go to Spain. The Spanish have a strong culture of eating ham. They also have more economic power. The tradition of eating ham is much stronger and more developed than here in Portugal.
Developed in a very large and open environment over 22 months of life, these Alentejo pigs are used in high quality and high value products such as hams and sausages. Their meat is prized for its tenderness and high levels of intramuscular fat. David is enthusiastic.
These are products of exceptional excellence which can cost between 40 to 100 euros a kilo. A cured ham weighing 7 to 8 kilograms can fetch between 500 and 700 euros.
Jürgen Schreier has always thought of expansion as going hand in hand with sustainability. He's optimistic about the future.
Our future is clearly to produce more animals, maintain quality and grow the business. We aim to produce pigs of excellent quality at competitive prices and to contribute to the growth of Alentejo pig farming.
This German couple Schreier are an example of successful entrepreneurship in an indigenous Portuguese product.
Portugal has an excellent climate. Why not take advantage of this climate for extensive agriculture? Here in Portugal there are cork oak plantations, so the idea of buying an estate with one where you can carry out extensive agriculture of high quality is a completely logical thing for a German to move here and do.
Despite the differences, Cordelia has adapted very well to the country, its language and its people.
We like it here in Portugal. The natural surroundings, the freedom of Alentejo, it's all much calmer. It's a real pleasure to live here.
Cuncos de Meio farm also farms cattle and sheep, but it is the Alentejo pig that holds a special charm for Jürgen.
Our preference are the pigs, and they are our big hope for the future. They're such endearing animals, it makes sense to invest our time in them, and they are also profitable in economic terms. With a well-organised production process, the Alentejo pigs earn money.
Cuncos de Meio farm is a temple of animal welfare in which the Alentejo pig is respected throughout its whole life.